Hey Jet fans, come on in. Let's huddle up. I'd like to talk to you about the sideline incident that occurred last week and get that out of the way. Forget about it. Sal Alosi made a mistake sticking his knee out and tripping Carroll from Miami, okay? That was awful. No place in the game for that, whether it's on the field, on the basketball court, on the diamond, or wherever you're going. That being said, he'll deal with that, and so will the ownership. Now, what happened for me and maybe some of you fans is I learned something. Heck, I never knew of a wall of players or personnel being formed for a specific reason other than to protect some guys behind you, mainly. But since the days of the Gunners being knocked out of bounds and running downfield, some of them, specifically Steve Tasker, was terrific at it, that utilized that out of bounds area. And, you know, people, other teams look at this and they say, wow, that's interesting, that's a good method. What's happened, we get down to what's cheating and what isn't cheating. You know, these things are going on the sidelines that we fans aren't privy of. But is it cheating or gamesmanship? It depends on one's perspective, according to a very astute coach in the league, and namely Dan Henning, the offensive coordinator at the Miami Dolphins. Dan was my coach with the New York Jets back in the 70s. So he's been around and he has seen it all. Now when we talk about the gamesmanship stuff, that's been going on since Dan's days and mine as a player. I'll give you an example, a few of them. We went out to play Oakland the day before the game. We had a nice practice at the stadium. We go back to the hotel. We come back out to play. The whole field is wet, muddy. Well, Al Davis, the owner of Oakland, has been accused of a lot of things, and this was one of the first times I ever heard about it. Our coach, Weeb Eubank, was very upset. Well, there's another time we went out to Oakland, and I just happened to feel a little awkward from time to time with the ball. Well, the rumor was, and we kind of figured it out, that the ball didn't have the proper amount of air in it. There was a great kicker named George Blanda, who preferred to have the ball just so-so when he kicked it as well as when he'd pass it. It wasn't the normal 13 pounds of air. But you just take out a pound, just take out 2. Is that cheating or is it gamesmanship? Whenever you go to an opposing team's field, in my case up at Buffalo, it was my rookie year, I misplaced my playbook for the game. I misplaced it in the locker room at Old War Memorial Stadium. Well, we hustled back there, couldn't find it anywhere. Well, that's my bad, boy. I left it behind. The next day, someone was kind enough to bring it over to the hotel and get it back to me. Well, cheating, gamesmanship. This stuff's been going on since Moby Dick was a minnow, you might say, going really a long way back. It depends on your perspective, you know? And getting back to Dan Henning, he kind of wrapped it up in a way that I can understand how it became permeated or is in the NFL and in different leagues, sports leagues, businesses, or whatever. And the bottom line is it's better to cheat than be cheated on. When everyone else is doing something, or you infer that 90% of these other people are doing things that maybe bend the rule a little bit, well, they're doing it to us. Why shouldn't we be doing it? That mentality is ingrained in competition. Competition. Yeah, so it depends on your perspective. The bottom line is Sal Alosi wasn't thinking, physical response, and he's going to have to pay a price for it, but also it's opened my eyes to some things that are still going on. Forming a wall on the sideline, I never knew that existed. I'll be back with you later for a look at the Pittsburgh Steelers New York Jet game and what I think of it. All right? Go Jets. Ready? Break!